Hey there, what is your big idea? Today, I'm going to share with you how I went from a doodle to an idea to an entire framework and business model that I want to encourage you to do the same. So, as always, let's get busy. Hey there, everyone. This is Dr. Yam, your Keep It Simple coach for content creation tips and more Facebook group, as well as the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive. And I'm here again, another Biz Tip Tuesday. And every Biz Tip Tuesday is when I like to come on and share a little bit of news for you to help you to grow and launch your business. And so here inside of Biz Tip Tuesday today, we're going to answer a very simple question. What is the big idea? What is your idea that you want to be able to either launch or grow your business? And how can you go about doing that? And I want to share what I've experienced because I want you to know that it's possible and that you too can do the same. And how is it that that can actually get done? So we're just going to just double check a couple of things here on the screens, make sure. There we go. On that side. I think we're good over here. Somebody showed the comment. Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you for showing up today for those of you who are joining with me live. Okay, hold on one second. I want to make sure. Today for those of you who are joining with Okay, we're live. All righty. So, what's the big idea? A little while ago, not even a little while ago, when I first started working a full-time consulting business, it's been 8 years. And back then, I was doing this work centered around my knowledge and my love for educating and teaching others. And so I took what I've always done, which was leading and coaching, and providing that as a service to my intended target audience, which is still in practice. So I still help school districts to do the work of growing human capital inside of their organizations by levels of professional development, coaching, technology, whatever it is. And that was my transformation. Now, that being said, I then have grown and taken that love of that work and also manifested my love for entrepreneurship because that's what I like to do. And so with that, I started the Keep It Simple coach brand. And that is where it's very much more focused on entrepreneurship and what that could help my aspiring people to do, both here at a local level and then what I'm able to do with those virtually. And so my story begins a little bit with how, while I am doing this work, I was able to take an idea and then how I've actually done this to grow. Now, I don't say this or share this to impress you. It is to impress upon you that you have the same ability to do this work, and that it's just a matter of effort and time. Sometimes it's also timing. So I do want you to be mindful of how you put yourself out into the world, into the universe, and how things can come and be attracted to you at the same time. So there's always that ability that you have the um, ability to draw the things that you want into your life. It's just a matter of how you put it out there in that universe. So I do want you to be mindful of that. So I go back to my story. So when I think about a big idea, what we're talking about is what's the one thing that you love to do? And then how is it that you're helping people? Remember, the whole point of going into business is that you're solving a problem for other people. And that's where my doodling came into play. So one afternoon, as I was preparing for some professional development that I was doing with some local social, some aspiring entrepreneurs, and I was running a workshop, I wanted to put a concept in front of my learners that they could easily understand because again, I'm the keep it simple coach. So I'm always trying to figure out how can I simplify processes or simplify concepts for people because they already have all these ideas and things running in their head and I want to give them the sense that they have an ability to do this similar work. So that being said, how could I make this idea around social media simpler? And so it's with that that I came up with what I call a concept map. A concept map, just so we're all clear, is simply a kind of, I call it even mind map. It's an idea that is a framework of how you think and bringing elements together. And so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Let me see if I can do this the right way real quick. I want to share with you a framework and what that could look, what did that particular doodle kind of look like. So let me see if I can bring up my screen real quick. I don't think that's the one I wanted. No, it's not, but that's okay. I'm going to take it on down the road here so I don't confuse myself. So at the time when I was doodling, it was around how can I take social media content creations and make it a simplistic way of thinking around what are the key things? Because the question on the table was, what can I don't know what to do and how to do social media for my business. And there are lots of different ways to do it, but I needed to be able to come up with an idea and a framework that would make sense to my intended audience. And so I want to see if I can put this one picture in place because I can't pull up the other screen. It won't do it for me. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. I'm going to bring it up here onto the screen. And I'm going to do a share real quick here. And just going to do a tab. There we go. Okay, so let's okay, so you should all be able to see this screen. So this is a representation of what I was doodling at the time. And I needed to simplify concepts and the elements for social media. And I did that as, okay, what are the top 6 types of social media posts that anyone could do? And I simply just drew it out. I was drawn to the shape of hexagons because it's 6-sided. So I also tried to make the concept relevant to the visuals that people can set in their head. So six ideas, 6-sided shape, i.e. a hexagon. You following me? Okay. So in this particular area, I said, okay, what are the 6 key types of social media that I could put together? So I said, okay, well, you want to always have engagement. So that's one, that's my yellow. Another one's going to be, well, you want to educate because again, you need to come across as the expert. That's my red. And then you want to be able to engage people inside of social media because that's another opportunity for you to make connections. That's my pink. And then you want to be able to encourage people, motivate them. That's my green. And then you also want to become shown as the expert and be able to share knowledge, which is a little different than educating. Educating meaning I'm going to teach you and tell you stuff, whereas being an expert means I can share you some background knowledge, my own personal experiences. And then the last is, of course, to sell. And I was also trying to stay with the concept of the E's because they all need to start with E. So elicit, meaning to elicit one's business, is my light blue. And so those are the 6 key concepts, right? Key elements of things that people can do to just create social media posts and keep it simple in that regard. And that is how I went from a simple PowerPoint to then being able to take that framework and then create a social media planning tool. Now, again, you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just giving you an example of how an idea grows and can take you down the road of growing a business model for yourselves. And that's what's important for you to know and understand is what could that look like for you? Okay. Now, if you are live with me, feel free to put your comments inside. You do have to make sure that you accept the StreamYard link so that I can see the links as well. So welcome to any of my new members. Love to have you inside of our content creation tips and more community. Or if you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you haven't started anything yet, always know that you can come inside the busy 9-to-5ers Hive, and we have those links at the end of the show, and it'll be also in the comments as well. So anyway, so that's what I was doodling, right? So I doodled, I came up with something solid, I shared it, I tested it, and then here's where that law of attraction comes into play. I had no concept or idea that I was going to create a card deck. Wasn't in my future, didn't see it. I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it wasn't meant to be. So, but again, when you're doing, when you put things out into the universe, you attract the right things and the right people. And it's the right people that allowed me to see the possibilities of a card deck, taking this concept that I had. Because remember, it was simply a slide deck, okay, that I was using for my teaching. But that idea transformed itself from not just a slide deck, but in a teaching instrument that I still continue to use. But I was then able to take that one idea and then, because of the law of attraction, right? And being able to say and putting that out into the universe, I attracted the right people at the right time as it relates to my business as a Keep It Simple coach brand. And so I was able to connect with my good friend Rosie and be able to take the idea of my framework and create a card deck, because she planted the seed for me to know and understand what does that mean and what could that look like for myself, right? And so from there, I actually created and took and evolved that framework into a card deck. I'm not going to get into card deck designs. If you want to learn more about it, I think everyone has the potential to create a card deck. It's much easier, as my good friend would say, Rosie would say, card decks are easier to create than writing a book. And when she told that to me, I was like, oh, I'm so glad, because I do not want to write a book, because everybody's always talking about, when are you going to write a book? When are you going to write a book? I don't want to write a book. I wrote a book when I got my doctorate. I wrote a dissertation, 200 something pages. I don't feel like writing another book right now. My brain is like, But a card deck is much more manageable and doable. So put that seed in your pocket. If you want to learn more about card decks, I got you covered. But it's through that experience of working alongside Rosie as my card deck queen coach, I was able to then create a product, because my thought at the time was I wanted a product. I was very service-based oriented for my business, which is nothing wrong with that. But I personally wanted something more, productizing something, but I didn't know what it was until I found the idea and grabbed hold of the idea of a card deck. It doesn't have to be a card deck. It can be whatever you want. I'm just simply sharing with you, this is what I did. Okay. Now, once that got seated and I went through that experience, I created the card deck. But guess what happens? When you start to get your wheels churning, they never stop. That's the great thing to me about entrepreneurship. The ideas, it's like the floodgates open wide for you if you allow it to, and not hold on to the can'ts and the won'ts and the shouldas and the couldas. If you let go of that and grab hold to the idea and don't let go of the idea, you have so much potential right there in front of you. The world is waiting. There is room for you, your idea. Even if you've already launched and started your business, you can expand your business with another idea And that's what I want to bring forward to you is what could you do with that one idea and where can that take you? And in my case, I didn't stop at the card deck, right? I was still running my business. I have two. I'm still running my consulting K-12 business, and I'm still running my Keep It Simple coach, well, working with on solopreneurs or freelancers and coaches. And it's within that work that I'm able to, one, solve problems. This was a problem I was solving for a group of people who were challenged with, I don't understand, what do I need to do when it comes to social media for my business? I could do it all day long for my personal life, but social media marketing is different when it comes to your business. You do need to be strategic. And I have great friends who do really good work in this space as well. And that's what they even specialize in. We'll talk about that another day. But certainly you have that opportunity. So I want to have that in your bonnet. So here I go with, so there's that, the card deck, and taking it in another light. And you can learn more about my card deck. I'll put a link in it and you can learn more about that. Going to Social Balance is the framework, is the card deck. I've even now taken it to a software platform and I'm getting ready. This is what I'm telling you, people. This is how the universe works. Again, you attract the right people, you put the right energy out there, you never know what's going to come down the line. Don't you know that when I created the card deck, I said, I really wish, I'm a techie. I like techie things. And I said, I really want to create this in a digital way. And I was all the way down the road, getting ready to go into this, I guess you call it, relationship with a developer for them to create a card deck app for me, right? That's what I was looking to do. And it cost some money. I'm not going to lie. It was going to cost some money. And I was like, I know I want this, but do I want to do it? Do I want to invest in my money like that? Am I ready for that? So I kind of winced and I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to let go of that funds for that purpose. And then my good friend Rosie came back around the bend and she said, Yamilet, I need you to step into this meeting with me. I need you to hear this opportunity. And I'm like, oh my God, not another opportunity. Can't deal with another opportunity because that's how I process. I'm going to be honest with you. Everything I don't receive automatically. I have my walls. And that's fine, right? We have to process in a certain way. But anyway, so she said, come to this webinar. I got some really great information. You're going to love it. And I'm like, oh God, another one, another opportunity. Okay, can I handle it? All right, I'm going to come. And I can. And I said, I'm going to receive this information. And don't you know, Rosie bought the right person to me at the right time. This individual was in the process of launching a brand new platform, a new app to help people who have card decks and make them go digital. OMG is all I'm going to say. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that in the time that I am desiring that idea to continue to grow, and that here's an individual who's like, I'm going to create this platform for people who have a card deck, and I am going to do all the heavy lifting. You just got to come with your content, and I'll take care of the rest. Oh my goodness. I was like, you, one, saved me a ton of money because I was getting ready to go down that route, but it was those winces and they're like, But again, it was not the right time for me to go down that road. And there was, again, I'm going to call it a higher power who said, not just right. You should wince. Not ready for that just yet. And here comes my friend Rosie with Nick, who's bringing in creating this platform for me to take that idea, that doodle, to another level. And so I say this again, not to impress you, but to impress upon you that you have the right idea at the right time for the right purpose. And it's just a manner of, are you willing to do the work? Because there is work involved. There is work involved to get anything to happen. You have to be able to do that work. And if you're willing to do that work, I can guarantee you this. If you put the energy into it, the energy and the positive energy that you put out into the universe, something's going to come back and it's going to be in your favor. And that's what I want to share with you today, is that it doesn't have to stop when you have the idea, but it can manifest into so many other things. That one idea, that doodle that I did to help me help others, has manifested itself in a variety of ways that is now called a part of my toolkit that I want to share with you guys today, at least in a very short order. And I'll go into more details, but I just wanted to help you understand that there's that opportunity there. So let me see if I can, give me 1 second. So again, social balance has come forward not only as a framework, it's come in the form of a card deck, and now it's going to be digital. It is now a software platform at that, as well as that. And then I've taken that and make it a subset of even something larger. So it can be an endless kind of evolving process that an idea can take you down the road if you're willing to receive the information and own it. And I think that's the other thing. Don't be afraid to own the idea and take it to the next level. You have that capacity to do that. So I want to encourage you all to do just that. So let me see if it's going to let me see if I can adjust the screen a little bit. Okay, let me see if it's going to, okay. So what you see on your screen, let me see if it's still going to work. I think it is. Here we go, it's coming. Okay, so what you now see on the screen is where I'm taking that one idea and where I'm taking it. And again, this is just a modeling for you so you understand the possibilities. Some of you have joined the community because of personal connections. We've met inside of other networks, and you saw the options of being able to learn and to grow your business idea inside of our space of content creation tips and more, which is what you're able to do in joining me. So please go to smallbizsociety.com and you can join our community. It's free. You just have to join and sign up and join me there. And there's where we really focus on content marketing strategies, of which this is all kind of centered around. All righty. And so this social balance has now transformed itself to be the content marketing ecosystem. And I share that with you a lot inside of our platform as well. And let me see if I can, I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. When you see my Biz Tip Tuesdays, you also see this icon. This is my logo or my framework, which is this, right? This is the content marketing ecosystem. And so now I've taken that social balance framework that from the card deck, and I've now expanded upon it, which is where you see social media is now. And I kept that still configuration of 6, right? And now it's kind of evolved into something even more. So now content creation is now content marketing's ecosystem, and it consists of those elements: social media, website, email, visual creatives, podcast, and blogging. You can create your own framework centered around that one idea, and it will come to you. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just giving you an example of what one doodle will do for you. Okay. So I'm going to take that off. So one doodle will take you in a different direction you'd never know. But be open to the idea of what it is that you can do for yourself and for your business. Okay, let me just, okay. All right. So now what you're seeing here is where I'm built out over the past year. I've taken that small idea, I've built on it, I've collaborated with other people. And again, all because of that one idea. So now I have a full framework with the ecosystem in mind, touching on each one of them. And now I have products and services that are tied to that framework, and they're all converging on one another. And that's what you see here represented on this page, is that ecosystem is now centered around 6 key elements that are now 6 products or services that are centered around them. And there are also opportunities when you will be able to do things without me. You don't need me, you just need a product that's going to be what I call DIY, right? Because you have opportunities inside of your brand and your business to do things for people or provide them a resource and a tool that they can do it themselves. Many of you have joined inside of the Content Creation Tips and More because you finished a course or you have a bootcamp kit on doing your first offer. And in that first offer is an opportunity for you to leverage a product, a digital resource of sort that can be your lead magnet, right? And take people to down a level of sales journey with you with the lead magnet. So some of you have come into this community to learn more and to grow your business using that particular strategy. And so it's inside of here that I've done something similar, taking and teaching other people to do the same. So inside of my framework is what I've been able to do with that particular tool. So let me see if I'm able to, give me 1 second here. All right, sorry, I wanted to make sure. All righty. This is so crazy to me. Sorry, all righty, sorry about that, guys. So that's what my framework is for. So if you have an idea, I'd love to hear what would you think your idea could be and where can we take it? And that's what you can do inside of the Facebook group, or you can simply DM me. Love to tell you more. So here, just quickly, I'm going to take you down the road of where I am with creating my toolkit, if you would, of my ecosystem of systems and products, and how I want to be able for you all to do something very similar as you continue down your growth lane, if you would, of entrepreneurship, either as a small business that's already started or those who are aspiring and getting ready to come inside of my side gig bootcamp. You have opportunities and you're hearing more about that as we speak, but also know that you have that as an opportunity. So here's what I've done so far, just so you can kind of get a sense of my work. So here, I'm seeing if this is going to let me do it. So here, what you see on my screen, see if I can blow this up a little bit better. Hold on 1 second. There we go. I think this might work out better. All right. So here, what you can see is my IE digital toolkit of my series and my products that have manifested over time. And I just want to kind of share with you what you're able to do yourselves with that one idea. So here are the framework, right? Social media, websites, email automation, creative visuals, podcasting, and blogging. These are all the elements of content marketing, right? This is the framework I've come up with. It's not the end all be all. It's not the way, it's a way, all right? So we have that. So now that I've, and I'm very system oriented in my thinking. So this is how I think and do and help others. This is how I work, right? So I'll take that same framework, that same model, and I'm moving pieces and parts along. Now, So when we think about blogging, your website, email automation, email websites is also landing pages, just so we're clear that I have a tool that we've launched and created called Content Latte, right? And I'll share with you more than that. But there's a tool and a resource that people can use to address those portions of content marketing. Blogging, website, email automation are all inside of Content Latte tool and platform. Cool, right? And then creative visuals is an idea for a lot of things. Not only is it for your infographics, but also when you go live and you want to do your webinars, because that's another visual, another way of making connections. This is how I'm making the justification for it. So anyway, so we're getting ready to launch Keep It Simple webinars. It's a resource, it's a tool, it's part of your content marketing strategy to help you to grow your business with Keep It Simple webinars as a platform. The next one we have is social balance. Again, the card deck that's manifested itself from a framework to a card deck to now a social media management platform where you're able to do your social media management and harness all of that and create, publish, monitor everything in one place. Socialbalance.co. You can visit that site if you want to learn more about that. But that's where again, creative visuals is touching on that, as well as the social media is touching on that. And what we're in the process of doing, we'll be launching really soon with the toolkit inside. Under all of this is under Keep It Simple Coach, is Simply Proven. It's an opportunity for you to have social proof on your landing page or on your website, i.e. the connection for the website. And then we have social planners for profit. This is my kind of DIY subscription model, which is, again, another way of building your business. What type of subscription model could you put together for your intended audience? These are, again, ways that I'm modeling and offering as well opportunities that you can leverage a similar strategy for yourself. I'm not doing this to say, ooh, come look at me. I'm sharing these ideas with you because you can do the same. You might need a little help, but you certainly can do the same. So Planners for Profit is, again, where I take a lot of, you have to remember, I taught business education for years. And so I have the resources and the experts that we create content and creating these planners for people that they can go in and have a systematic approach to producing and getting to an end goal in simple order. And so Planners for Profit is a subscription model that is going to touch on all 6 of these different content marketing areas. And it's a subscription model. You get planners every month. We drop a new one and we take you through how to use it, and you can subscribe to that. So that's what that allows you to do. And then, let's see, funnels and more. This is probably over the past couple of years I've come to be really fond of, and I've done a lot of work with this for customers, and that is creating sales funnels. And this is my service agency model. Again, touching on content marketing as in the forefront, but this is my agency solution where I'm sitting down with my customers and I'm sharing with them how I can build out a marketing strategy for them and help them to, help them to grow. So Funnels and More is my agency where we do a done for you solution for individuals. What is your service that you're bringing to your customers, and what could that look like? You may already be doing it, right? But I want you to think about what are things like your lead magnet, right? That's kind of a DIY, a do-it-yourself type of a tool, adding value. Some of it's free, some of it could be for a cost, right? And then there's the done for you, right? Where's your higher ticket items, because it costs time. Your time is money, right? And you need to do that. And that's what agency and being able to do it as a freelancer, and you're leveraging your skills, time for money. And that's what you're able to do. In my case, I'm doing it under a brand, and I'm calling it because I have a team of people, and that's what we do for clients. we do all the different content marketing methods that you see inside of the framework, but I put it under an agency and myself and a business partner, and that's what we do. So all of these are now part of my brand of Keep It Simple Coach. And now I have products and services that, again, had you asked me some time ago, would I ever have all this in place? No. Is it a large undertaking? Yeah, it could be, but it takes time to get to this point. And some things run faster than others, and that's okay. But I just want you to know and understand that. Let me stop sharing. I want you to know and understand that it takes just one idea that you can own and how you can help it grow and blossom into something so much more that you didn't even have the idea it would take on and transform itself, let alone you, right? And so that's what today's Biz Tip is really about. It is about how can you take that one idea, own it for yourself, claim it for yourself, and then allow the growth to happen. Putting in the time, putting in the effort, absolutely. But I want you to know that it's possible and that that's what the spaces that I've created for are for. It is for you to learn and understand content marketing methods and strategies, tools, and tips inside of Content Creation Tips and More community. Again, you can visit, just go to smallsociety.com, and there is where you can come into the space. We have events and we have daily posts, and we are trying to keep that going, and we welcome any new members. And this is also a space for you to share and practice your idea. Bring it inside of this private space and you're able to do the same. And if you want help, we're here to help you. And then you can also help others as well. And that's the other great thing. If you're not there yet, I don't want you to feel despair like, oh my gosh, she's done all these things. No, again, I'm not trying to be impressive. I'm trying to share with you the possibility of what you have inside of you. So for my aspiring entrepreneurs, if you're watching today and you have an idea, I want you to go and join my Busy 9 to 5ers Hive. Because this is what I know. Just because you work full time doesn't mean, and some of us do work full time and we're doing things that we love to do. I don't want you to feel as though everything has to be about leaving the job that you have. But many of us harness lots of different talents and passions. And sometimes you can't use all of that energy and all of those passions in the same space, right? And so if you have an idea, if you have a passion that you like to use and let that leverage itself to becoming something that's going to generate revenue for you, because that's another way for you to make additional funds. Some of us don't like the Uber. Some of us don't want to do DoorDash. Not to say that it's hard or it's bad, but there's many of us who's like, I don't want other people in my car. And I don't want to run around and driving other people and picking up pizza and delivering it. That's not what I want to do. But you do have that passion and that love for something that could also be a solution or a nicety in the form of a product that other people would find of value. And that's what you have to tap into. And so if you haven't established what that is yet, come on into the Busy 9 to 5ers Hive. And it's there that I help the aspiring entrepreneurs. And we're getting ready to launch our event. I'm going to see if I can, before I have to let you guys go. Give me one sec. I think I can show you my screen on this real quick. Let me stop sharing this one, and I will give you a quick for my Busy 9 to 5ers. Give me one sec. I'm going to, let me just turn off my banner here. Here we go. All right, let me give you a quick overview of what the Busy 95ers next event is for those of you who haven't launched your business and you're interested in doing so. So I'm going to do a quick share, and open up. Here we go. And make sure that I am, there we go, down at the bottom. I'm hoping I'm actually going to turn this off. Let me, okay, there we go. All right. So for those of you, if you're interested, I'm getting ready to launch for my aspiring entrepreneurs a 6-day boot camp. And in the 6-day boot camp, it's not 6 consecutive days. So I do want you to know that. But it is no less than that. It's a way for you to level up your gross income with a side gig. And that's a boot camp. I call it a boot camp because you're going to be in there doing the work. Okay. This is not some passive event. This is you coming in, hunkering down and doing the work to get it done. And that's the energy and the effort that I bring to the session itself. So we're getting ready to launch. We're going to be starting on Monday. And you can take advantage of this, and I'll have everything's going to be live later on today. But I just want to give you a little sneak peek since I was talking about it. So here again, in 6 days, you're going to take what you love to do and make it into something lucrative that you're going to be able to become the boss that you've always meant to be. Not to say that you're not already a boss, but you could be a bigger boss or your own boss, right? Doing your own thing. And for some of you, that may not be what you're doing right now. So we're going to be launching, it's going to be $17, and you're going to be able to get the deal before July 15th. So just do that. And then I've got some information for you there. I'm not going to read the screen, but I do want you to know that we do have an offer coming for my aspiring entrepreneurs, and that it's 6 days. We're going to meet every Monday, 6:30 for 6 weeks over time, and you're going to build out not only a plan, but you're going to be able to execute, be ready to execute. And that's always what's important for you to know. So how is it going to feel for you to finally start the side hustle of your dreams and give that soul-sucking 9-to-5 a backseat? Now, again, it doesn't have to be about you leaving your job. You can do more than one thing at a time. You can do what you love and do what you love even more on the side. It's certainly up to you. So you have that as an option. So just know that we're building this and we're bringing this to you. You're going to see more inside of the Busy 95er space. So just join inside of our community, and then we'll be able to share with you some more. So you're going to be able to love, to plan, and to launch your business idea. That one idea could be the idea that can manifest this stuff over time. So just know that that's available to you. So where is that taking you? Again, it only takes one idea. You have it inside of you to do. The two communities, the content creation tips and more community and the Busy 9-to-5ers community, are spaces created for you to come in and have a safe space to explore and to engage in learning and growing, because that's what this is about. If you are listening to this video and today, and you are members of this community, and you haven't moved the needle yet, I'm going to share with you two things that I need you to really think about. Do you want to move a needle? Do you want to make something happen for yourself? And if so, take action. Take action and engage in the social posts, engage in the learning events that are coming up, that if you haven't done so already, or simply leave the group. Because I think communities are only as powerful as its members. And so it may not be the right time for you, and that's okay. But the community is designed to help you to grow and to take action and to share your ideas and to make you profitable at the end of the day. Because I don't know about you, but I go into business not only to help people, but yeah, it is to make money. That's the whole point of going into business. Even if you are not for profit, let me just be clear, because some people get not-for-profit a little skewed. You can be profitable in a not-for-profit. You have to run a business, and it does take money to run a not-for-profit. Everything is not, I mean, yes, you're going to get your donations and all, but I do want you to be mindful of the fact it's a tax incentive when you do not-for-profit, but you still need money to run a not-for-profit, right? And you can use a lot of these marketing strategies and content creation tips in More Community to help you to grow that organization as well. So do know that you have that as an option. Okay. All right. So I shared all that. It's been a long day. I've got lots of meetings. I'm hoping I've, kind of tickled what's going on for you inside of your belly and your idea and what's lurking with the love that you have of a service or a product that you want to take action on and move your needle. And if there's anything that I could do to help you to do just that, I want you to always know that you can reach out to me. So you can certainly do so. Just direct message me here inside of Facebook or on YouTube. And then you can also visit my website. You can make a booking if you want to do a session. You can click on connect and we can have a consultation, and I can certainly help you to do that as well. But I also want to be able to learn from you guys. That's the other great thing, is that when you're in a community, it's about learning from others. It's not just me giving. I mean, I love to give, don't get me wrong, but I like to receive as much as I give. And if I know that there are great people in the community who have something to offer, I want to learn from you as much. And I'm certain that the other people inside of the community would benefit from learning from you as well. So do not be shy. Show off. That's the space for you to do just that, right? We've got Saturdays where you can sell as well. So, and promote your business, your service, and your products as well. Take advantage of those opportunities when they arrive. So just know that you can do that as well. So, okay. That being said, it's another Biz Tip Tuesday. I want to thank you guys all for showing up today. Those of you who showed up live, for those of you who are watching this as a recording, please give me your comments here at the bottom. Love to hear your stories. Send me some emoji love at the same time. And until next time, let's get busy. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.